Namaskar dear students, how are you all doing? I hope you all are safe and sound at your homes, engaged in creative learning activities along with your academic assignments. Students, in continuation with your academic assignments, we are today going to learn about diffusion. That is a part of your chapter number. What is diffusion now? As per the definition, diffusion is the intermixing of particles on their own. The particles may be of two gases. The particles may be of a gas and a liquid, two liquids, a solid and a liquid, or two solids also. Although it is a bit rare, but still. Now, let us try to understand this process of diffusion based on certain activities. First and foremost, you must have observed the most common example of diffusion that every one of us, each of us have come across is at our homes. That is the smell of cooking food, the food being cooked. If there is something good or something nice is being cooked, you can automatically make out from another room that what is being cooked in the kitchen. आप अपने घर में जा देखते भी हैं, ऐसा होता है, कुछ अच्छी चीज़ बन रही है, you go and ask your mother as well that आज आप मम्मी आपने हलवा बनाया है या जिस भी चीज़ की स्मेल आ रही है आपको पता चल जाता है कि क्या बन रहा है. Second example we can take of is burning of incense stick. Incense stick means अगरबत्ती. आप सबने देखा होगा अगरबत्ती हम सब अपने घरों में यूज़ करते हैं. So what happens if I have to smell it? I have to bring it really close. Clear? But if I light it, see, if I light it, what happens when I light it? Once I light it, the smoke coming out from it, it contains the particles of the smell of this incense stick, and it travels, they mix with the air around us and travel through the room, and we can smell it sitting across the room. See, so that is how diffusion occurs. The mixing of particles is occurring on its own. Next is, again, this we have learned, this is about the mixing of particles of gases. Again, one more example of mixing of particles of gases I would like to show you is, all of you must have used some sort of deodorants or perfumes. Again, you can see here, yes, the vapors of perfumes, now they get mixed with air and they spread throughout the room, and you can smell it from afar that somebody has used some sort of perfume or some air freshener has been used. Clear? Again, here you see, again mixing of vapors in air. This is an air freshener, Odonil. Normally you use it in bathroom fresheners. So what happens? This is sublimable. It converts directly into vapors. And once the vapors are there, they mix into the air, and the smell, it fills the room of the bathroom. The fragrance, you can smell that fragrance, the good smell of this room freshener, and it helps to remove the odor of the bathroom and all. So this is also a process. This is also a process of diffusion. As you can see, this happens by a process of diffusion. Next we come to diffusion in liquids. Diffusion in liquids, first and foremost, the most important example of diffusion of gases in liquids. Gases like oxygen dissolve in water, and that dissolved oxygen is used by aquatic plants and animals for respiration. Secondly, dissolved oxide in water is used for photosynthesis by aquatic plants. So that is diffusion of gases in water. Next we come to diffusion of two liquids, a liquid in a liquid, and here I would like to give you an example. I have taken some water and I have taken some milk in this, and I would just like to show you how the two mix together. Okay? See how it is mixing. I did not use any spoon or anything to mix it, but the two have mixed on their own completely. So this again has happened due to diffusion of particles of the two, the water and the milk. Now diffusion of solid in water the third category, diffusion of solid in water. Let me show you how it happens. Again, I have taken water and I am taking this disperin. This completely disperses in water on its own. Many of you must have observed it also and done this experiment. All of you can do this experiment at your homes. You see how it is. Is it visible? I hope it is clearly visible to you as well. Completely dispersed on its own. I have not used any spoon or anything, but the tablet has completely diffused in the water, dispersed in water on its own. So this is an example of diffusion of solid in a liquid. Now, when we talk about diffusion of two solids together, although it is very rare, but it does happen. A few examples I would like to quote is, first, when you write something on the board with the chalk, however hard you try to erase it, some impression is always there. For some time, some white particles remain, some impression remains, and that is due to, again, some part of one solid has diffused into the other solid, that is blackboard. Some part of chalk has been diffused into the surface of the blackboard. Fine. So this is how diffusion in solid and solid between two solids takes place. Now, how does diffusion occur? Which property of matter defines diffusion? Which property of matter explains diffusion? We have already learned that there are 4 properties of particles of matter. Among them, one is that particles of matter are continuously moving. And since they are continuously moving, they tend to move from one place to another, and that is how they get mixed together. And that justifies and that tells us how diffusion takes place. So thus I will repeat, diffusion is the intermixing of particles on their own, first thing, and it happens due to the movement, constant movement of particles. Since the kinetic energy of gases is highest, so the diffusion among the gases is highest, and the kinetic energy of solids is lowest, therefore the diffusion among them is lowest. I hope I have been of some help to make you understand this topic, and you will also try these activities as at home. We shall meet up again with some new activities. Thank you.